everyone, Gilbert here. Welcome to Red Dragon Model Works. I know it's been a while since I've had an update, and I'd like to apologize for that. I was asked the other day where have I been. They see me on the Hangouts, but there hasn't been really much traffic on my or uploads on my channel. Well, there has, but not as much as I usually do. And I just been sick, guys. You know, I got over this this flu that everybody's been fighting. I had it for about a month, and it wore me down, man. And in between that and watching my grandson, that little boy, he's a ball of energy, and it just beat the snot out of me. And with, last week or so, I caught a stomach virus, and that's just been, man, it's just been playing havoc on me, man. So, you know, you probably can see it, not sleeping much, you know, the bags under the eyes, all that other stuff, but it is what it is, man. So, you know, didn't get much done on my bench lately. Got a few things I'd like to show you guys, you know. One of them is that right there. You guys can see that, right? Sitting over there. Another one is this here, and I'll get to this in a minute. But I want to show you guys a couple of things I picked up, purchases I picked up. One of the purchases being these. Now, I am a big fan of these. I used one once, and I just fell in love with it. And it's these Winsor Newton Series 7s. I've been after these for about a year and a half, but about a year, a little over a year. And Steve, Clover and Cross, and Phil B Studios, I used to kid them all the time. They giving me, you know, rub it in and stuff, but they were just stupid expensive here in the States. Stupid expensive. You know, over that fake manufactured, you know, bullshit about a tail and an endangered species. There's just a way to drive these up. That's all it was. So, you know, I've been keeping an eye on Amazon, because if you guys watch Amazon, every now and then you'll catch a sale. And I caught a sale. These came from an artist consortium in the UK. And funny, because you can't buy them in the UK. But these guys are in the UK. Anyway, right now on Amazon, if you go on Amazon, you can buy these anywhere from $9 to $24. $24 being the number 4 and higher. But between $9 and $13 is what they run. So I ended up buying anywhere from the 00, and I bought number 4. And I bought 2 number 3s because I like the size of that. The number 3 is almost the size of a standard number 2, but I like that fair. I don't know if you can see that. Well, I'll have a better review on these later. The other thing I picked up, I was in the market for a airbrush, another airbrush. I was in the market for one with a trigger, and I saw the Bliss. I saw a Grex. You know, the Grex one with the handle. I think the Grex was close to $2 for that. And then the Iwata Neo with the handle, which runs about, I think, 140 bucks, 120, 140, depending on where you buy it. I'm not a big fan of the made-for Iwata Neos. I love Iwatas. I'm an Iwata fanatic. Iwata and Badger, but preferably Iwata. Haven't used many high-end Badgers. I got 2 150s, but that's about it. And I'm sorry, 2 150s, and I think it's a 200 I got. But anyway, I digress. I'm a big fan of Iwata. They're a little bit more trickier to clean, but it is what it is. So I went out looking. I went to Chicago Airbrush, and I went to Coast Airbrush, and you know, for the one that I wanted, they wanted close to 600 bucks for it. Anywhere from 446, I believe it was, to about 570. I think I seen this airbrush. Now, what I ended up buying was the Highline. It's this one here, and comes in this little box, of course. It's got a few things in there. It's got an extra tip in here. But I bought the HP THS. And I'll tell you what, guys. This is a phenomenal little airbrush. And I'm going to show you guys in a second here. There it is. This airbrush is going on the major U.S. retailers for close to a little over $5. And by the time you get shipping and everything, you're pushing close to $600 for this airbrush. On eBay, at a Japanese seller, if you look it up, You can find this airbrush right now for $156 with free shipping. There's the airbrush. Now it comes with a 0.5 needle. I'm going to buy a 0.3 for it also. You know, I'd have to change the front, but that's, I'm going to get a 0.3 for it. Again, it comes with a different head here where you can get in close, or it's got that fan tip right there, and that's why I wanted it. Because it kind of reminds me of my old Deblisses, you know, with the handle. But the handle to me wasn't, you know, I could have bought one with a handle, you know, black micron or like whatever they call it, that plastic, the Bakelite, whatever it is, the plastic. But it would have been I'm not a big fan of it, because when you're getting in close, sometimes you can bang in, you know. Anyway, it's a good airbrush. But with this, at least I could take it off. I think you can pull the head, you know, the other one, it's got a long stem here. You'd have to pull that off, pull the stem out, change it out. This one, I just pull this off, put this on there, bam, it's done. So there it is. I mean, I can use this many different ways, but basically what I bought it for was for, you know, big painting jobs, because I have a couple of things I need to do here. I have some game consoles that I'm going to be spraying and a bunch of other things. Now, this piece here, you can adjust the trigger tension here, and of course this comes off. It cleans very well. It's got the MAC valve here, but there you go. Typical Iwata. Only thing is, if you need instructions, those the instructions in there are all Japanese, so you can't read them. But an airbrush is an airbrush is an airbrush, and if you know how to take them apart and clean them, don't need the instructions. So there they are. If you guys are in a model in the market for a triggered Iwata or a triggered airbrush, you can get this right now on eBay for about I've seen them a little cheaper too, $146 to $156 with free shipping. So there's this baby. So yeah, that's a few other odds and ends here, and I'll get around to that. I've got a few things here that the Basement Modeler gave me, and I want to show you guys one of them. And it's a resin Viper Mark II. A little bitty thing. And it's resin, and it's got some vacuum formed, the canopy's vacuum formed. So that's going to be, he says you better be careful when you cut that open. Yeah, no kidding. Now this has got some really nice detail to it, guys. Look at that. Isn't that something? Look at that cockpit. I think there's a little caps in the back here, so you're not going to be able to really see inside there. But it's going to, you know, there's some cleanup. It's not too bad. Like I said, there's a little cleanup here, like where the little mold lines are at and where the pour, you know, like here, you got a little seam here, you got to sand down. But I'm a big fan of, I'm a big sci-fi fan. Yeah, I build cars and I build everything else, but sci-fi to me that's my love. So, here's a little, I won't take those out. There's two of them in there. The canopies. So that's another thing I'm going to be doing sometime this year. The other thing I'm working on is this guy right here. Now this guy is one of these Warhammer cats. But what I did, let me turn it this way so I don't have that. What I did was I cut this out and I put a paintbrush in there because I have an idea to use this as a card holder. So there's just a little bit, one more. Anyone of you see that seam line there? Yeah, typical Games Workshop. This is what you pay all that money for stuff that don't fit. There was that seam line ran all the way down its leg. And what I used for that was sprue glue. I put some sprue glue down, closed it, let it squeeze out, went in there. So with this, that's going to be a rough one. So I think I'm not going to be able to get in there with underneath here with sandpaper. I should have thought of that before I put the cape on. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll probably use some epoxy sculpt in there with a brush and smooth it down. That way it's not a lot of work. Once that's done, Mr. Surfacer 500, all in here to give it texture. On this here to give it texture. Shoot it, painted in bronze, golds. There's that. And we have this guy that I've been agonizing over. Now I finally got the front end almost done. I still need to put springs and shocks. Well, springs. I'm not going to put shocks on there. Springs on here. And then I have to put a some kind of a, you know, well, this will work. I was going to put some kind of a rod here to make it look like where you turn it, but you, like, as Dr. Cranky says, it works because I say it works. So there it is. Those wheels there from Al Rodriguez. Thank you, brother. So now I'm still working on the back here. You see right there where I got it sanded down. That's where the differential will go. The drive shaft's going to run into here. From here, the differential rear wheels. So I'm still working on that, guys. So, other than that, I think I've showed you guys this guy before. My daughter gave me this for my birthday. So he needs to be painted, you know. It's a Nazgul, the Witch King. So I still got to do him. But that's about it, man. That's about where I'm at now. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for this. Oh, one more thing. Got these in the mail today. I ordered these little cards so to put on the desk, you know. If anybody would like one, I don't, you know, let me know down here. And or you can send me at Red Dragon Model Works, gmail.com. Red Dragon Model Works, gmail.com. Send me your name and your address and stuff. I'll throw one in the mail for you. I only got about 150 of them, so I wanted to see how they work, you know. But guys, it's a good deal. If you're in the market for one, go get one. eBay. There's a couple of sellers, but I think they're all the same person. So you put up HPTH. Iwata HPTH. That's what'll pop up. So there's another thing here that I was going to discuss, but I think I'm going to stay out of this one. The thing with Papa Scale Dreams. I watched the video last night. It kind of, and if you'll excuse the way I put this, it chafed my nutsack. Sorry, but it angered me. But I'll have a little bit more to say on that later. I wanna know. I'll talk to Dale, find out what happened. You know, I just know that that's pretty petty. If you know, and I have no reason not to trust what he says. It's pretty petty what happened. You know, the person that did that ought to be ashamed of themselves. So, you guys, thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for being part of this wonderful journey that I'm on. I really appreciate it. And again, I'd like to apologize again. Once I feel a little better, I got a couple of things here. I got a couple of videos that are in the can that I need to edit, and then I'll put up. You know, so we'll see you guys Saturday for the hangout. We'll see you guys next Saturday for the show and the hangout. Until then, I remain Gilbert, Red Dragon Model Works. Peace.